Story. I'm Avni Raja. Straight up to the big story that we are tracking at this hour. Citizens of Bengaluru have been facing a civic nightmare. Lives have been lost to the killer potholes in Bengaluru. And now, after a lot of hue and cry, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had directed the civic body to fill all the potholes within 15 days. Now, that deadline expires today. That's done nothing much to provide relief to the residents of Bengaluru. Then they will have to wait a little longer for a smooth and safe pothole-free ride, as the BBMP Commissioner has now asked for yet another 10-day extension to fill the potholes. Let's go across to Shrija, who's joining me live at this point. Shrija, that 15-day deadline, which they were so confident about meeting, has ended today. And now we understand they want 10 more days to actually fill up all the potholes.
That's right, Avni. In fact, if you remember, on October 9th, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had ordered the BBMP to cover all the potholes here in the major arterial roads and sub-arterial roads in the city within a matter of 15 days. And that deadline has also ended. Now, the fifth deadline has already started once again, where the BBMP themselves haven't, in fact, they have missed the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's promise, also given to understand that the day that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah promised its citizens, they refused to buy the promise because it was logically unbelievable to cover all the 15,000 potholes in the city. Now, going by the latest report of the BBMP, if you really calculate so far, the number of potholes were about 19,000. And according to the BBMP, they claim that they have covered about 88%, which means only 2,000 potholes are still remaining. Now, once again, clearly the BBMP have sought from the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah as well as the BDA, the Bengaluru Development Minister, saying that they need some more days' time to in fact cover all the potholes here in the city. We of course did a ground reality check in some of the arterial roads like the Sheshadripuram Road, Anand Rao Circle. Of course, we did see there on ground that the work hadn't even started, clearly because we saw only in certain roads, certain important roads, the work had started, and now the BBMP claims that they need some more days to cover these potholes. But however, the citizens here in Bengaluru are refusing to buy that promise, like once again made by the BBMP, saying that in order to meet the deadline, because they're clearly literally racing against the deadline, another deadline which is being set. And in that, because we understand that the quality of the work has been compromised, and clearly that is what the citizens here are claiming.
Right. Shrija, stay with us. Let's listen in to what the mayor had to say and come back.
Honorable Chief Minister gave a deadline on 10th, saying that 15 days the potholes in Bangalore should be completed. But unfortunately, after the deadline also, continuously it was pouring till the 17th. Till the 17th it was pouring. And the Honorable Chief Minister directed us to use the cold mix. But the cold mix was not getting along with the surface. It was not gelling with the materials which we have used, and it was not connecting with the road. So it was getting peeled out, and most of the media and other people also said there is some shoddy work going on over there. So we stopped doing that, and we started waited for the rain to go. And some cases, even when it was raining, when we had a 6 hours of gap of sunlight, we started asphalting the roads. So it's a genuine reason, because the work has been delayed. And from 17th, we have constantly started the work, and every zonal wise, it's visible to you. Wherever you go, you can see the patchworks, potworks being filled up over there. And day and night, our officers and the contractors are working, and I'm also going every night and day and inspecting the work.
Right. Now, Shrija, we understand that the BBMP claims that 88% of the potholes have been filled up. As per your ground checks, as per what citizens are telling you, who you've been speaking to, is that claim true? Is that right, that those many potholes have actually been filled up?
Well, not really, Avni, if you really do the ground check, because we're talking about, remember, Bengaluru has about roads which run up to 15,000 kilometers. This is both the major and the subarterial roads as well. So having considered that, it is highly impossible for the BBMP themselves to claim that 88% of the work is complete. Well, if that really was the reason, we don't really think that the BBMP had to wait for these many number of deaths. Remember that 4 deaths reported in Bengaluru due to killer potholes. Now, we don't really think the BBMP had to wait for that. If they could manage to finish 88%, where they have covered nearly, where, as they claim, more than 11,000 potholes. If that was the case, ideally they should have started the work early in the during the summer season. Of course, we did question the BBMP mayor, saying that why can't they reverse the cycle of calling out for tenders and then beginning the work? But here, if you really see, they call out the tenders during the summer season and give the job during the winter season. So it's a very known fact and a very logical fact for the citizens themselves. They understand that the work cannot begin during the winter season. And when we really asked that question to Mayor, he said, of course, we'll think about it. This was the answer given by the Mayor.
Right. All right, Shrija, stay with us. I'm being joined on the phone line by Prahlad, who's the Chief Engineer, Road Infra, BBMP. Thank you very much, Mr. Prahlad, for joining in. In your own words, help us understand what your assessment is as far as the state of the number of potholes that have been filled and how many more are left yet to go.
Madam, I want to tell you first, Bangalore city is spread out about 800 square kilometers, and there are in numbers, it is 93,460 roads are being maintained by BBMP.
Right.
And in that it is 14,000 kilometers. This year, you may everybody will understand that it was unprecedented rain. Not only unprecedented in types of measure, but also it was continuously raining every day. Continuous 53 days of rain, and we are unable to do the pothole filling or maintenance work in those days. Many people will say that we are not maintained it earlier, so that it has formed. It is not so. You may have understood many newspapers have brought out that this year from up to June, everything was okay. We have maintained the road, everything. But this year, it is due to only 53 days continuous rain. And in that system also, we have done the maintenance work. But yes, we do agree that we were not expecting this rain. And now you have seen from 16th, it has given gap. There is a good fair weather, and we have already completed 80% of the pothole filling is completed. And here and there are left out portions, and those are mainly due to other reasons. Mainly that is like.
So, Mr. Prahlad, do you believe that you will be able to finish this entire complete 100% within the next 10 days now? Because the first deadline of 15 days has already been missed. That was set by the Chief Minister.
Not only we are giving that undertaking. Yesterday, our Commissioner sir presented himself before the Lokayukta and gave an undertaking that we will be completing the pothole filling within the next 8 days. That
right.
is the 31st. We have kept ourselves. We are keeping the target, and we are working day and night. Nobody will doubt our work, and we have worked day and night. You can also, it may be a surprise checks or anything. We are doing night and day the pothole filling. Even yesterday night, we have filled more than 3,500 square meters.
All right, right. Now, Mr. Prahlad, my next question to you is, considering that all this work is being done to meet deadlines, it's being done in such a hurry, thousands of potholes really being filled in a span of days, how is the quality of the work? Because a lot of citizens have been saying that even though these potholes are being filled, it's being done in a hurry, and the quality of the work is extremely shoddy.
See, we have a good mechanism for maintaining the quality. First, what I want to tell the citizens is they have to ascertain that why the pothole has come up. They will very vaguely say that is due to inferior quality. It is not so. It is mainly because, you see, Bangalore city is an old city where we have water pipelines, sanitary lines under the road. So those roads are, pipes under the road is stressed due to traffic. You may also understand one thing which people are not understanding is that the roads are stressed up due to overloading also. That is also one point we are talking to the transport department, that of late we are seeing that the trucks are overloaded with materials. Also, that is one of the reasons for the water pipeline getting broken up frequently, and water leakage is happening in the same spot. That is called perennial water leakage points. So these are all the issues which we are addressing. And mainly people will see why the water, when it comes out from this one, that the road will not stand up to that water. So the people will think it is due to inferiority quality of the BBMP work, and they will shut that thing at that point. That should not be the point. See,
Right. Mr. Prahlad, now, so are you telling me today that now that these potholes are filled or will get filled within the next 10 days, 100%, they will last until, will they be of good quality and they will last and the potholes will not reappear? Are you giving me that assurance?
Yes. See, in the given scenario, at the fair weather, everything goes well. I am assuring you that the potholes which are filled will not open up without a reason. And we are doing the best quality of work. I am assuring you that we are having the quality control mechanism, and we are also maintaining the project management consultancy, and regular material checks are happening.
Right. And if any contractors are found, even the mayor had made this comment that if any contractors are found to be doing shoddy work, they will be blacklisted. Is that something that we can expect?
Yeah, definitely you can expect good roads in the near future. Also, our state government has sanctioned more than 1,400 crores for road making this year. We have already issued road work orders for all those works. And within the next 2 to 3 months, you will definitely see a better Bangalore roads. And I think that is the answer for the present situation.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Prahlad, for joining in. We'll, of course, connect with you once again once this 10 days deadline has passed and do a status check. Thank you for joining us. Also joining me now on the phone line is Sridhar Pabishetty, who is an activist, CEO, Nama Bengaluru Foundation. Thank you very much, Mr. Pabishetty, for joining in. We just had the chief engineer from the BBMP with us at this point, claiming that 88% of the potholes in the city have been filled up and they expect to complete the entire work within the next 10 days. Do you believe those claims as far as what on ground the situation is?
I think there has been never more amusing fairy tale that I have been told by a government official, as Mr. Prahlad has said today. I would dare BBMP to give me geo-coordinates, geolocations of the 33,000 potholes that they are going to fill up and photographs of the filled up state. And I think then the real pudding will be available to us very shortly as the next set of monsoons comes and hits Bengaluru. And by that time, we will know the quality of work. I'll give you a data point, and thankfully, Prahlad spoke with a lot of good data. I'll give you one more data point. 2,800 crores has been the money spent on Bangalore roads over the last 3 years, as per BBMP Commissioner's own statement. And in spite of spending so much, the only amount of roads that is under the so-called maintenance period is 400 kilometers out of the 14,000 kilometers of Bengaluru roads. So it tells a lot about the quality of data that is there, the stories that is being told. I am now traveling from Bengaluru, the outer ring road which got recently swamped, to Koramangala. And this entire stretch is filled with pothole, one more dangerous than the other. So the real question for us to ask is saying that which is this 88% of the potholes that's been filled, which is the 12% that is not filled, right? So that is the real question that BBMP will never answer, will never want to give data in a verifiable format. I really can't understand how 2,800 crores was spent over 3 years and only 400 kilometers road is under maintenance period.
And as far as, whatever few, even if not 88%, but some amount of potholes that have been filled, what about the quality of work as far as those potholes are concerned, the kind of work that has been done?
So that will definitely be visible once couple of rains hit Bengaluru, and I do hope we have some better quality work than what we have received in the past. And that is the proof of the pudding of BBMP's commitment in living up to this deadline. But it will always be a foolish pursuit to kind of say we will make Bengaluru pothole free in 10 days. You can't make Bengaluru pothole free in 10 days. World over, people are actually maintaining streets on a continual basis. It's a continuous maintenance mode, but there is verifiability of work done. There is citizen oversight and citizen involvement. Today, the ward committees are not done rightly. 550 people, well-meaning citizens, stood up and applied to be on the ward committees. At the end of the day, only a handful of them made it to the ward committees. The
Right.
rest of the ward committee members are cronies, are drivers and spouses of the corporators. So this tells a lot about the decay and the wretched government that we have at the third level of government.
Right. I'm also being joined on the phone line by Priya, who is a resident of Bengaluru. Thanks, Priya, for joining in on the phone line today. As a resident, as someone who's living in Bengaluru, facing the civic nightmare in the city, what is your response to the BBMP's claims that 88% of the potholes have been filled and they expect to fill all the potholes within the next 10 days?